I am B. Croc, female MC, community leader, and an artist overall. When is 1998? I started rapping at the age of 8 years old, and it's just been traveling with me ever since. I started freestyling, and then after that, I started writing once I got into college, and then after that, my pen has been taking me everywhere. Minnesota, Minneapolis, land of 10,000 lakes, known as Purple Rain or known for Prince. The place where it's cold and it snows more than it's hot ever, but it's the best place to be, and I love it because it's home. Why is because I know I inspire other people the way music inspired me, so it feels good to be a part of the continuance of inspiration to others around me and my young people that are listening to me. In my career, I've got help by a lot of different people. It started off with my uncle. He was the one that taught me how to rap, had me and my cousins in the basement freestyling. At 8, then we started doing, family functions, so it moved from the basement to like Thanksgiving or Christmas and things like that. Then after that, it was my friends, my circle of friends around me. They would tell me, like I would go and I would battle people in the lunchroom or things like that. And they would just always be like, man, you should really think about this. Like this could be something you could do. So then after that, I just continued. And once I performed on stage and I seen the crowd's reaction to me, I knew I was a true MC because they're able to, control the crowd. So that's really when it started for me. I'm inspired by my grandmother more than anybody else. My grandmother inspires me because she's taught me to always be true to who I am. One of the things I think it would take for me to feel accomplished is the day where I go and perform at a venue full of people that are there to see me, and then I can stop rapping and my lyrics are still being blasted at me. So my biggest fear is having fear within itself because it's not real most of the time. So my biggest fear is limiting myself to thinking that I have to be one way once I get to a certain level in music, because I feel like a lot from the people that I'm inspired by, they continue to break the barriers and open new doors. They didn't just be like, oh, this person's known for that, so they should just stick to that. So I want to make sure that once I do reach that level of success, that I don't deem it as, the plateau, but somewhere I can continue to keep going to inspire others to reach even higher limits. So that's my biggest fear, is to limit myself. I knew I had an audience really young, probably in middle school when I was freestyling, because I would get volunteered for battles all the time without my knowing. I'd be chilling at the lunch table, and then I was the tomboy, kicked it with all the boys, so my homeboys would come up to me amped up, and I'd be just sitting there eating lunch. They'd be like, yo, we just told this dude he think he could rap, but I told him I know a girl that'll kill you. And I'd be like, no guys, I just want to eat lunch. And then next thing you know, I'd look up and whoever the kid was would be there. And then what would turn into 10 people, I'd be looking up and it'd be the whole lunchroom sitting there, and I wouldn't even notice until I got done with the battle that I had an audience. So then after that, I started to realize dang, people really pay attention to when I start rapping. That's cool. Where I go to gain inspiration, I work with young people on outside of doing music. So I work with a lot of young people, just life coaching and mentoring. So really going to help them, work within a system that's not meant for them, to be able to work within, is very inspiring for me. Music is so important to me because music has always made me feel accountable, and I love that. I love being held accountable by standards that I set for myself. So when people hear my music, I want them to walk away with a lighter heart and an open mind. I want people to hear my music and get inspired. They say I've been acting different, I ain't supposed to change. They say I've been acting different, I'm supposed to stay the same. They say I've been trying to put me in a box, had to break the locks. Why would we call the cops when they the ones that sending shots? Why would we leave the block when the corner all we know? I am B. Croc, and that's what you don't know.